Thank you for coming to this presentation. I'm very glad to see you all. Okay, let me introduce myself. I'm Melina Hermafatini. I'm from Department of Economic Education and my class number is 1X053048. Okay, in this opportunity, I would like to explain about the material of investment. Okay, first I will explain to you about what is the definition of investment. Okay, definition of investment. The term of investment derived from word investor and the meaning is use. And this being to be put anything to other person to be developed and result from being developed from the developed in according to the result of the agreement. And the conclusion, the investment was the activities of funding placement on productive assets, helping to obtain the result of the growing value of the asset for a given term. And for the investment, we must do things that we need to know in the world of investment. What is what we must to know in the investment world? For the first is mutual fund. Mutual fund was able used to compile a fund of society which was managed by the legal body named investment manager to later invest into other financial assets. And for example, is mutual fund is MNC Dana Syariah, and then Capital Money Market Fund, and then Sailendra and Cash, and then Cipta Dana Case, and Insect Money, and other 20 mutual fund others. And the second is diversification. Diversification is a strategy in placing investment funds into different instruments. And the third is various investment. In this investment, we have 5 various favorite in investment. For the first is time deposit, and the second is gold or precious metal, and the third is property, and the fourth is stock, and the fifth is bond. Okay, and the next material is the legal basis for investment in Indonesia. Have been regulated by the Government Track Law number 25 of 2007 concerning investment. According to this law, what is meant by investment is all forms of activities carried out in the context of investment. The investor referred to here can be domestic or foreign investors. Okay, in the legal basic for investment in Indonesia, this law deals with what is meant by investment or investment as the main form of investment. Talking about investment, we are actually talking about local investors and foreign investors who have participated in investing their funds or assets to get profit. But there are things that are actually so interesting happening in this state. The investors who are widely spread in Indonesia today are foreign investors in Indonesia, compared with the people of Indonesia itself. Okay, high and low interest in investing must be influenced by the increase and decrease of stock price, because the increase and decrease of stock price is very influenced by the interest in investing in Indonesia. The following are some of factors causing the increase and decrease of stock price. There is 2 factors. The first is external factors and the second is internal factors. For the external factor, we have 5 factors for external. For the first is the fundamental condition of macroeconomics and fluctuation of rupiah towards foreign currency, and the third is government policy, and the fourth is panic factor, and the fifth is market manipulation factor. And for the internal factor in the influence for increase and decrease stock price is the first is the fundamental factor of companies, and the second is corporate action, and the third is company performance projection for the future. If we're talking about the investment, so we must to know about the how investment in Indonesia today. Okay, I get the information about the current condition regarding investment in Indonesia today. The following section of the latest news about investment from the site comparan.com explained that conveyed by Minister Rini Sumaran during the 2018 IMF conference at the Comfort Hotel Bali. She said that the weakening of the rupiah continued to halt Indonesia. This afternoon, the exchange rate of the rupiah against the US dollar in Reuters trade data reached 15,225. In the 2018 IMF WP event, there will be 21 investment projects that attract investors from 12 SOEs to be signed on October 11, 2018. The potential value of the business reaches 200 trillion. As many as 95% of the investment to be signed are from foreign investors. This signature will provide fresh funds for CSOEs, especially in the infrastructure sector. Foreign exchange can flow into the country. The value of the cooperative project is a fantastic value of 200 trillion. Direct investment by international investors will stimulate the Indonesian economy and bring foreign exchange into the country. With the weakening of the rupiah, this has an impact on the weak interest of Indonesia investors to invest. Okay, is the weakening of the rupiah since the beginning of the year. The rupiah has weakened 6.3% before the United States dollar or US. When the fluctuating rupiah tends to weaken, investors become hesitant to invest their capital because fluctuation in the rupiah make investment planning more difficult. That makes the stability of the rupiah so important. If investors are not sure the rupiah is stable, they will continue to wait until they believe the rupiah has reached a new equilibrium, he said at a press conference at the BKPM office. So, its condition of course it should be a concern for the government to increase the number of Indonesian investors because Indonesia is not new country in the capital market. So from that there needs to be a role of the government. One of the OJK challenge is to increase people's interest in investing. One of the ways is through socialization and education on capital market to various regions in Indonesia. And there are 3 ways that can be done to boost investment interest in Indonesia are: the first is improving the investment climate. How to improving the investment climate? The most important thing is the increase is investment in which investors are no longer afraid of losing their income if they are doing business here. Therefore, there needs to be legal certainty. And the second is logistic efficiency. Why to logistic efficiency? Because with the logistic efficiency, the government should have planned a national logistic system or SISLOCNAS that is aligned with the national transportation system to efficiently in investment. And the last is climate of local government competition. To attract investors, there really must be competition between local governments. The climate of this competition should be improved so that more investors come. Thank you for your attention for presentation today. I'm very good for you all. And if you have any question, please write your question in comment below. And thank you for my lecture, Ma'am Abicharia SPD. And I'm very sorry for any mistake and for recording my presentation. I'm safe